Hey, Robbie, good to see you, man. You doing
Hey,
okay?
doing good. How you doing, Al?
Good, man. There's a lot of breaking news to talk about, man. Last week was so boring that I didn't even bother to do a live stream, believe it or not, because I was just like so disgusted. There was nothing new, but this week we got a lot to talk about, and we have a good guest, right?
Yeah, we got Maddie from Maddie's Drone World, and
Yay!
we're going to get into this and bring all this information in together on all these minis. And wow, it's like stuff's flying everywhere. All this stuff coming out and supposedly coming out, and it's like getting everybody on the edge before Christmas before we spend all of our money.
Well, while we're talking about people and all that stuff, we got a lot of people here. QC guys here, Maddie's Drone World's here. We got Michael from Fly Dry Zone, and we got Jackie here from all the way across the pond over in Spain, the Backpack Jack.
1 o'clock there.
Yeah, yeah, and we Akidashamo. Golly, I could never say that. Robbie, you try.
I'll pass.
Okay.
I,
And Drone One is here. Ray
yep.
Kelly's here. Hey, Captain, thanks for joining us. So, why don't we bring our guest on, and we're going to jump right into this episode, and we're going to be talking about the FEMI 2020. We're going to be talking about the DJI latest news, or shall we say, a way to get us to market their product for them. The Mavic 3 specs. And of course, now the Minis is even getting more and more. Market is getting more and more excited with Evo announcing its entry into two different classes of the Mini. Awesome stuff to talk about.
okay, let's bring Maddie in. Hey, hey,
Gentlemen,
Boom, boom.
what's
bam.
up?
How you guys doing tonight?
We are
We're doing
doing
fine.
excellent.
Thank you guys very much for having me on.
It's our pleasure.
Gentlemen,
Our pleasure for sure.
yeah.
And so
How you guys doing
tell me,
tonight?
how's the weather in Florida?
Doing fine. Thank you guys. Ooh, I hear myself.
I'm
There we
done.
go. Yay!
That other monitor always pops up, and it's got the
Always.
reminder over the top, and you can't get to it.
It is hot down here, Al. Very hot.
So I hear Ray, Captain Ray, is making his way down to Florida. Are you down there already, Ray, or are you still traveling?
I know he's coming down. That's a
know.
good question as to when.
He'll
He-
let us know in the chat, hopefully. and
Usually
then
he just shows up.
yeah, he
He'll
does.
call and say, "Hey, I'm in Florida." Okay,
Well,
thanks.
yeah, he goes down there with the geese. You know, he's one of
Yep.
those snowbirds, right? So he'll be down there with you. So, and Artco's here. Hey, what's going on, Art? Good to have you, man. And Lens Overland LLC. Mike is here.
Hey, Mike.
Oh
I
wait,
know you
Maddie's
can't
on the
chat, but
live
you're
stream.
there.
Oh, is on now? Yes,
Mark
it
Fisher,
is.
you're a funny man.
Headed back to New York from North Carolina. Hey, you better stop by Virginia and say hello on the way out, brother. I'd love to hang out with you if you got a minute. Okay, so why don't we just jump right into it, Robbie? If you don't mind sharing my screen, and we'll jump right into some of the latest discussions.
Okay.
FEMI is a subsidiary of Xiaomi, is announced the FEMI X8 SE 2022, and check it out right now. If you buy it, you can get it for $400 or so, a little bit, give and take $10, right? Well, maybe $20 there, because you can go from $399 to $419. And here's the specs, guys. They're looking pretty good. It comes with it's so funny. They say a drone fuselage, remote controller, a battery, a charger, USB cable, and propellers. And that's the price of $387. Let's see, what is this one? Okay, so it looks like an awesome drone here. Let's jump into the specs, and you guys can break them down and see what you guys think. And I really like what AliExpress has done here, guys. They've broken the specs down like we would. Because
Yep.
they're going to compare the 2020 to the 2022. So what jumps out at you guys here?
I know one thing. I know they have a somewhat larger sensor, correct? I know
That's
it's a
my
little bit of a-
understanding.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the field of view. FOVs are just 1 degree difference. 2022 is going to be 1 degree narrower, but the f-stop on it is dropped 0.4. So what does that mean? That means we're going to be able to get more light into the sensor, so it's going to be better for the mid ranges and low light conditions. So that's really nice. The focal length has changed quite a bit. Have you noticed that? Is 1 millimeter difference, over 1.2 millimeter difference. So how's that going to affect us? Well, not a whole lot, because we're not going to be focusing in that close, right?
No.
So that means you have a 25 millimeter lens on your camera. That's what it comes down with, that focal length, versus a 26 millimeter lens. So here it is, Matty. See the sensor difference? This is what you were pointing out. Right there.
Yep. Half-inch CMOS sensor.
Yeah, so it's 0.6 of an inch larger. And the other beautiful thing I see here is the ISO difference. Look at that. We are now going from 100 to 6400 versus 100 to 3200. Are we going to use 6400, Matty or Robbie?
Probably not. It would probably come more into play during the nighttime shots. It's not going to be perfect, but it is definitely an enhancement to a 3200 ISO, I believe.
Yeah. And coupled with a little bit of your shutter adjustments, you should be able to handle a little bit of change. But again, it's not going to be, you know, a Mavic 2 Hasselblad camera quality or the R2S type camera, but it'll be definitely an improvement. So they're moving the needle in the right direction, obviously, for sure. So they're talking about the third generation Rock Lake, which increases the range from 8 kilometers to 10 kilometers. That's pretty good.
It's always better to have better range, because I would assume the penetration through objects as trees and buildings would get better as that goes up, or at least I would hope so.
And I would hope they would add an additional antenna in the legs. Historically, they only had one antenna in the leg, so need another antenna in those legs. The weight stays the same. The latency is decreased almost by half, so that's nice. So we've gone from 220 milliseconds to 130 milliseconds of latency, so that's super good. So they increased the height limit. Not that it matters here in the U.S. because we're limited to about 120 meters, and they got the height to 800 meters.
Good knit.
Yeah. So. Is it rainproof? No, but it can accept moderate rain versus
I saw they
light
changed
rain.
that. Yeah, they went from light. And I tell you one thing right now, out of experience, I have flown my FIMI 2020 in the rain.
Many times.
Yep.
Many times.
And I've never had any problems with it flying in the rain.
Me too. The other nice thing that I see here that the wind resistance is increased. So what does that mean? We have bigger, badder motors.
Yep.
So basically we're getting better motors. So we're going from level 6 to level 8. And now the new Chinese, GPS systems online. It looks like the Bordeaux. I don't know how to pronounce it, but GLONASS and GPS. So you get the 3 different types of satellite systems. What are the boys saying in the chat, Robbie? Anything interesting?
Just everybody saying hello right now.
Still getting their hellos in, which is typical. Usually
Here
takes a while.
Here we got one here. The larger sensor is great for the dolphins out.
There you go.
Well, Chris, are they playing or are they having sex? I don't know. You tell me.
Hanky panky or hokey pokey?
Hanky panky or hokey pokey.
Go.
Thank you, Matty. My wife drilled that in my head for some reason, and it came out. Wind resistance, yeah, we went all through that. And look, it comes with the remote ID. How surprising is that, right? So they're hedging their bets that the FCC is going to lock everything down for remote ID. And it's a smart move, right, Robbie? I mean, business-wise, it makes sense.
I think we're going to start seeing that on more drone manufacturers now.
They have to be. If they want to stay in the U.S. market for a long time, yeah. All right, let's see what the pictures look like. Nothing different. Oh my gosh, they're the exact same pictures we've seen before. Well,
That's not a bad shot.
yeah, that one looks different. Robbie, do you know what part of China that is?
I'm sure it's Shenzhen. I mean, everything is made there. Everything.
Yeah, it might be. It's a beautiful city. Jeez.
They're definitely. Oh,
There's that smart controller. Yeah.
okay.
I
Yeah.
would do
Oh
that.
yeah, now we're talking, right? How is that? Is that a rebranded DJI controller? I don't think so, but it could be.
Yeah, you never know. It does look different.
This is really, really interesting competition coming on, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
That's
digging it.
I think they're smart by doing it.
Heck
A lot of
yeah.
people are going to be interested in having a controller like that where they don't have to worry about putting their phone in, just like DJI's with their smart controller. Autel did it, and I think it's a smart move.
They're
I agree. I mean, they're definitely going to capture an extra $200 right there.
Oh, yeah.
You said here, laughing out loud, pictures were probably taken with the DJI drone. The
I
pictures
saw
that this
that.
drone knows. You're probably right.
Well,
I don't know. The Evo does a good job taking pictures, guys. If you and the Skydio does too. But
Murdoch said World Drone Community, but there is no FCC or FAA acknowledgement that the RID scene has been approved yet.
agreed. But
Yeah.
it's headed that way. Everybody's pushing it.
yeah, they're just getting prepared. They're getting prepared ahead of time because if it does happen and they are not prepared for it on any of their products, they're screwed.
Well, they're lubing us up.
Yep, pretty
Welcome,
much.
Patrick.
Okay. All the other advertisers, they're talking about the 3-axis gimbal. They're talking about the shooting modes. I don't see anything. Flight by planning, there's waypoints. Now, time lapse, man, have you tried time lapse? Or you sold your Freebie 2020, right, Matty?
I do still have it.
You remember using time lapse on it?
I do not.
Okay,
No.
I have, and it has some work to do. And the panorama is just another interesting feature. So they're definitely using their marketing spiel pretty well. Some of those functions don't work as advertised, and obviously we're all spoiled brats by DJI, so we expect a whole lot. All right, physical dimensions. It looks like almost exactly the same thing. It can take up to a quarter of a terabyte.
Welcome, Brad.
Hey, Brad. And what else do we have here?
Almost
Product-
the same
It's
type.
so funny how they write it. Product needs to be used with an SD card. Product not containing SD card. Okay. It just, instead of saying SD card sold separately,
Product
they-
not containing.
they spent a lot of words there just to say that, right?
You know, I remember when all the toy grade companies used to send a little 4 gig micro SD card with their stuff.
Yeah, just to get you started,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
not
you're
anymore.
Like, I want to play with it, Daddy. That's probably what we sound like when we
I
get
like
our
the
drink.
max flight time. No wind, 35 minutes.
Wow. And you got to be traveling 8 meters a second.
Yep,
So
that's a cruise. Yep.
yeah, you're right. It's a lot easier to cruise the baby. Okay, that was good. What do you think? Do you think it's going to sell, Robbie?
At the price, it's a good price.
I think it'll sell.
$400 right now. But I'm going back up top. Sorry it's taking me so long.
And is it coming with that smart controller for that price?
That's what I'm looking for up here. Because they give you 3 options.
Yeah, but in that one, it's showing the remote controller. It's not showing the smart
Yeah.
controller.
Yeah,
I don't think they have a
it's
package
available
for it yet.
It's not available yet. Yeah,
I
but
would really hope if this is going to sell and sell well that they have their gimbal issues tied down. Because
I don't
it's
think
been-
so. It's still going to be the same, don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
The algorithms are algorithms. That's the
It's just
baby.
it's so unfortunate sometimes. You know, that's the one thing that keeps mine grounded is that horizon. I can't get it straight for my life.
Oh my God! Level 8 wind resistance. Patrick Sutton joined us. Hey Patrick, thanks for joining us. Yeah, level
Drone
8.
One says everyone's talking about Altel drones, but not asking about the controllers they're coming with. That is a issue with Altel.
Yeah, let's jump into the. I guess we can. That's a good segue to jump into the Altel conversation. What do you guys want to?
Yeah.
Switch to Altel. Okay. Well, go. I'm going to stop. Go ahead and stop sharing my screen, and I'll dig one up for you, Robbie. I'll let you boys take over for now.
Yeah, whatever happened to the orange Femi Mini?
Hasn't been sold yet. I haven't seen one
That's a
yet.
good question.
You see,
Neither
that
have I.
smart controller is the bait, but we don't have it yet.
Yeah.
It's like the Mavic 3, buddy. Just like that, Chris. The freaking
We'll
Mavic
talk about
3.
that last.
And they're using us as their marketing. What shall we call it? Bitches?
Biatches.
Biatches.
I did notice they did the new controller with the Auto Nanos does kind of look like a Paradenofi controller, to be honest with you. In a way, it's different.
Yeah.
It's definitely different. Mark
Dee,
Fisher.
welcome to the show.
Hey D, that's Sergio's wife.
Said
Yeah,
he'll.
she's prettier than he is.
Yeah, she's much better to look at than he. Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Doc says he's all in for the Nano Orange, no matter what controller it comes with. And I got to be honest with you, I think it's going to sell really, 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 really bad. Like, it's going to go.
All right, Robbie, I'm ready to share. I'll share. Oh, go ahead, whenever you're ready. Okay, so we got the Altel Evo Lite and Nano, right? So we were talking about how they're putting two cameras options available, and these two platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So it looked like a little tiny drone with a huge freaking camera. I really like. I read
the
one.
Light series, right? Yeah. You know what I read on those? They're supposed to kind of, I guess you could say, compete with the Air 2 and the Air 2S series. But if you look at the weight, they are massive compared to the Air 2.
820 grams and a range of 6.2 miles, 40 minute flight time. Oh, 30 minutes flight time, sorry.
The Air 2S, I believe, is in the 500s, I want to say.
Oh, let's look that up.
I think it is. I could be, don't quote me on that, but I think it's around like 560 or something like that. And the Evo Lite is 800, so that's a big one. Unless I was wrong. That's a good question.
Well, it's under 600 grams. I know that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's like 580 or 560 or something of that nature. And I thought that Light series was going to come out to somewhat compete, if you want to call it, with the Air 2 series, but it's a lot bigger. 595. There it is. Yep. Big difference there. 300 grams, 300 something grams. That's a big one.
Yep, it's a big one. So
it does come with a 1-inch sensor on one of them, though.
Yep, it does. So looking at it right here.
Yep.
And the sensor on this one is actually smaller than wait. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Very nice.
Yeah, if you zoom into one of those Light series drones, one of them's got a 4-axis gimbal with a 50 megapixel camera.
No.
Yeah, it says 4-axis, 50 megapixel on the actual lens itself.
All right, so here we are with the Evo Nano. Okay, and that's a sub 250 gram drone, and it has a very good range of 6.2 miles also. So it's going to be close. 6.2 miles equals how many kilometers?
6.2 is almost, what, 10 or 11?
That's what I'm
Yep.
thinking. It's 10. 10 kilometers, so it's same as the FIMI 2022. It has about the same flight time. You can get two different kinds of image sensors. So you get that large image sensor on this little puppy. Holy crap, that's nice. And it's got three-way obstacle avoidance. What do you think it is? Forwards, backwards?
Forward, backward, and downward. Yep.
Downwards. Yeah. And you can get them three different colors. Hopefully, all three colors will be available. You can get in blazing red. Oh, four different colors. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. You can get in gray, red, white, or orange.
Yeah, they're definitely cool looking. I think that brings a big plus to the younger generation community.
And
They like
different.
different.
Younger,
Yeah.
us older guys, hell, we don't see good. We need some color to see in the air.
Good point.
Yeah, and check out the gray one, man. It's got this little yellow band on front. I'm surprised they didn't make it Altel orange. But you can see the three different cameras too, or two different cameras.
Yeah, one of them is a half-inch sensor, and then there's one that's got a 1/1.28.
Yeah, a half and a 1.28. It's just larger than 1 inch. Just a tad larger. 1.25 inches. One of the things I wonder what 4K you could shoot at. Did you see anything if it can shoot 4K 60?
4K video.
Not sure.
Right. It doesn't say.
I was having a conversation with Ken Dono, and there's some mixed communication on whether or not that's one of those sensors is only going to shoot 2.7K, and I'm not necessarily sure on that information, but he did say one of them was only going to shoot 2.7. I just don't know which one.
Yeah, and he would definitely be one of the first ones that gets his hands on it.
Yeah.
For sure.
He did say one of them was only going to max out at 2.7, kind of like the Mini SE, but I don't recall which one he was talking about. He claimed it on one of his live streams last week, but I didn't catch the whole conversation. So
Interesting. They have a tab called Drone Rumors.
really,
Yeah, I'm right on it.
that's Autel site
Yeah.
with a Mavic 3 picture. I didn't know that.
Mavic 3 discontinued. Oh, they're a bunch of FUD, guys. They're definitely throwing a lot of stuff in there. That's
No, they're talking about
Oh, boy.
not the Mavic 3. The Mavic 2 is discontinued.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Mavic 2. Yeah, they discontinued that a few months ago.
they're throwing the mud around already, man.
You know, I saw an ad yesterday, and they were talking about when the release date would be of the Mavic 3 Pro. Hell, let's get the Mavic 3 out first before we talk Pro.
Well, it's going to be one of the same, for sure.
I think it is. I don't know if there's going to be a Pro. I don't know.
Yeah,
'cause
the Mavic 3 is a Pro.
pretty much with a micro 4/3 sensor on it. I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so too. So, yeah. Oh man. So interesting that they carry this
Yeah.
tab, right?
They're carrying a bunch of information from a lot of the guys on the
They're
news.
competitors.
Yeah.
And they're definitely
Going
beating them
DJ,
up.
Seat 11, all those guys. Interesting. I did not know they did
These
that.
aerials.
Yeah.
You won't see BJI doing that. No.
And they have a buyer's guide here too, if I can get to it. Come on. Are they really not going to show me the buyer's guide? Oh, wow. Wait, where did that just go to? I jumped
Hey,
into
Johnny Drumfire.
Drum Reviews. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So they're teaming up with a bunch of people that are. So it's kind of a clearinghouse of information, I guess. I don't know.
That's interesting.
Maybe I'm in the wrong site, guys. Drone deals.
Hi, Johnny. It's gonna be an expensive end of the year, boys.
Oh, okay. The whole time we're not in Altel. We're on drone reviews and
They
news.
better get their drones out before we spend our Christmas money.
I know, right?
It'll be after first quarter before we have money again to buy stuff. After
If
this
they
year.
don't, my kids are gonna have to wait.
I'll tell you this: if you have drones to sell, you got to sell them now because
I already
because
am.
you're not going to be able to sell them.
I already am. I to be honest with you,
What
I've
are you
had
selling?
one
Air
hotel.
2?
No, I only have the Air 2S. I have I'm selling my DJI Mini 2, which is going to actually going to Doc Murdoch's granddaughter. I'm selling my FIMI 2020. I'm selling my Tello, and then I'm going to donate probably a few of my toy grade quads to local places.
Well, guys, I'm looking to sell my Air 2S, my Mini, regular Mini, not the Mini 2, and I'm also want to sell my FIMI 2020.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of everything camera wise except my Air 2S until I get my drone venture established after the 107 license, and then I'm gonna look into the Mavic 3. But I'm really interested in one of those Autel Minis, to be honest with you. I really am.
And M-Drone saying that it's 4K 60 frames a second.
Oh, that's good.
I think that's good to know. Excuse me.
Very.
Al, do you miss Sparky?
Sparky's a good guy, man. He's a good boy. He's a good buddy.
Well, for
mine was
everybody
called
out there,
DuraSpark.
Yeah, Johnny Drone Flyer is selling his Sparky, and
Yep.
I think he said he's got 5 batteries with it. So
I know. I saw
anybody
it.
interested, reach out to him. And Johnny, if it's already sold, update me here.
You know, it killed me. The Wi-Fi killed me on that drone. But I got to be honest. If I went back, I wouldn't have sold mine. It was just a fun little guy to fly. It really
I liked
was.
it because it was a little heavy. And when
Yeah,
I
it was a
flew
beat.
around
It
the
was a
water,
tank.
It had a little beef, but the problem is the air is just so much stronger than it is, than that is.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It was just a fun little tank to fly. You could fly in the house with no problem.
Yeah.
Had slamming and things to survive.
Oh yeah, man. I've hit concrete walls in sport mode and it did just fine.
Johnny
Yeah,
said it's
because
still for
the
sale.
arms don't fold and let the camera take or the gimbal take the impact because
Yeah.
they stay solid. It's basically, a X-ray for
Yeah, exactly. And they built it so strong too. It was like a brick.
But if you think about it, all the drones that you see like right here, they're basically X-rays. So, guys, what are you guys building? Anybody building anything? Matty, you've been
I have one being built.
venturing into FPV world.
I am not building yet. I'm learning. I'm riding along with my lovely Uncle Doc Murdoch. He is building me a 5-inch CL1 frame from Rotor Riot frame. And we're going to do it in video sessions, so in phases, so I can actually watch and see exactly what it is he's doing and how he's doing it, where everything, because I've never built anything. I've never even soldered. I've never done any of that. I'm just used to putting my camera drone up and letting it float. So, but I have been flying FPV for probably about a month and a half now.
What have you broke on it?
What if I broke on what?
On your drone, on your FPV quad.
I haven't broke anything. Fortunately, I haven't even the 5-inch isn't done yet. It'll be here probably in the next week or two. I've been flying the little Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle. That's pretty much
fun.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a lot of fun. I haven't broke anything yet, although I've torn this thing up. But and then I fly the little Tiny Hawk 2 in the house.
The hardest thing to find. That thing freaking gets under the couch, under the vents.
Oh yeah, thank God it's got a beeper on it.
And don't fly if you got water in your sink, in your kitchen sink.
Oh no. I don't
they'll
even fly
find
around
it.
buckets.
Well, I've got a bill, but I'm holding back till everything's done. And
You don't have a bill, Robbie.
Oh,
Come on.
Yes, he does.
Matty, tell him who's going to have the fastest FPV.
Yes, he does actually have one being built.
Who's melted it, Robbie?
Having a little help. Not Murdoch is.
He's not you're not the only one.
Right.
Doc Murdoch
That's right.
is the man.
And I'll tell you right now, it's on a different level. It's on a different level of FPV, my friend.
I just gotta pay attention because like the same thing I'm doing with Doc, Robbie's gonna do with Doc. You gotta learn how to fix it. You gotta learn how to build it. You know what I mean?
That's the problem you're going to have, man. You're going to fly it, and you're going to rip something up, and you got to put it back together.
Well, we got plenty of extra parts. I'll tell you, though, the simulators really helped. I don't have any more issues with crashes. I mean, it's been a big help. But, you spend 3 hours a day, 3 hours a day in there, and you're going to learn. So it was a big help for me.
Yeah, it is good. I like to play them sometimes. I actually downloaded them after I started flying. I just went out with a whoop and threw it in acro and said, screw this, let's just get it done. And it took me a couple days to figure out acro and how to keep it stable and fly through gaps and stuff. But I was lucky. I figured it out quick. I put a lot of time in, you know.
Yeah. Well,
I was out front every day.
My fear was, getting one so fast, going out of range and losing signal. So we decided to add crossfire to it. So it's going to give me it's going to give me some extra there. So
plus you're going to have a GPS rescue on it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it'll be worth it. But
who's
little
doing that?
ones you got to keep
So
close.
you guys are not doing any of the beta flight?
I'm building, and Doc Murdoch is assisting.
He's going to set it up, and then I will tweak my rates accordingly. But
You probably won't tweak it much. Yeah.
No,
you're a beginner. You don't know the difference.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, I've been running the rates up like a mother on this little Tiny Hawk too, because when I first started with the freestyle, it was too fast for me, so I slowed everything down.
Yeah,
but now to the point where,
75%. Mm-hmm.
But now I've got it all maxed out because I've gotten to the point where I'm actually starting to outgrow it, and I know the 5 inches fly a lot better, and they say it's easier to fly 5 than it is to fly the little ones. So we shall see.
It is because you can find them quicker.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Exactly.
And so you go out there looking for, and whatever you do, guys, put a beeper on it.
Well, my build's a 7. I didn't do a 5. I did a 7.
Yeah, put a B5 beeper in it.
Easier to handle, Doc said. It's easier to handle the 7
Oh,
than
yeah.
the 5.
Yep, yeah. I've got a friend of mine that has a 7-inch frame. He's going to give me, and he's got a run cam, one of the newer ones. He's going to sell me for I think like $40. And then I won a set of diatone motors on Facebook.
Oh, no way!
Yeah,
awesome.
2203 and a half by 2200 kV diatone motors. So I think I'm going to start building the 7-inch, but I want to do it on my own. I don't want to.
What frame are you going to pick?
You know what? He has the frame already. The friend that lives up the street from me, he builds. He got out of flying FPV. Now he only builds and flies airplanes, and helicopters.
Wow,
He
those
has
are expensive to recover.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
expensive to fix too.
Yep. He's got a 7-inch frame laying in his shed that it's brand new, and he's not doing anything with it. So he told me I can have it. I don't know what it is.
So, Robert, are you running liftoff or?
I'm running liftoff.
Running liftoff, yeah.
Yep.
Liftoff, awesome.
Did you download that Orca one I told you about? The free flight? Yeah.
Did you get that cable I sent you? The USB cable?
Yeah. The Type C one?
Yeah.
Oh, it works out great.
It's a nice cable, isn't it?
I'm using it right now for my phone.
Yeah.
I got it right here. And it's 10 feet long, so it makes it freaking fantastic.
I got it for the remote, so you can move around a little bit.
Yeah, it works. It works. I like Liftoff. Liftoff is a good sim.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I agree.
I've been using a lot of Orca Free Flight because it's easier. The graphics are easier on my laptop. But I do that. I also have Velocidrone. I just never use it.
Zone Seekers International, welcome. Nice to see you here.
Hey, how you doing?
This little bird, if I ever get it, man, this thing here, oh my gosh.
That thing's wicked looking.
Yeah, this Odd Dart XL, you can put your FPV system in it, so you can put your, whatever you want in it. So if you have your Caddx with the Nebula Pro.
Uncrashed, that's the one I downloaded. I'm sorry. Yeah, Uncrashed FPV, it's a new one.
That's the one, man. This thing is like sweet.
Speaking of that, what do you think about that K1 Swan?
Oh my gosh, is that the one with the 4 motors that takes off?
Yes.
Vertical takeoff? Yeah.
And it's got an FPV camera on the front. It comes on a smart
before
controller.
Captain Drone reviewed it, I was thinking about buying that, and of course he gets it first.
That's a pretty cool looking VTOL, man. If you ask me, I like the design of it.
What kind of flight range do those have, Al?
So it depends on your if you got your TBS Crossfire, that you're going to have on your drone. You could easily have it out, 50 miles.
Really?
but
Yeah.
your FPV is going to fail
Yeah.
at 10. And so you're just going to be recording on that. So the best thing, I just purchased that little, for recording, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I mean, you just do 10 kilometers with your
Yeah,
regular
I just
FPV.
wanted the crossfire added because, they move so fast already. I was afraid I might hit it out of range because of the speed.
Well,
When you break
yeah.
100, when you go to 100 to 140, it goes so quick. You need to have something to give a little bit extra boost to get it back, Doc.
You mean 99.9?
Yeah.
That's what you
Well, the
meant, right?
problem you're going to
99.9?
run into, Robbie,
Yeah.
is the 7-incher heavy, and your flight time's going to be about 3 minutes. So range is not going to
Yeah.
be a problem for you, man.
No, it
so
shouldn't.
the TBS Crossfire, yeah, you're good with it, but that's not a long range flight.
Unless you're specifically
Unless you
building
got-
it as a long range.
Unless you're building it with the lightest frame ever, that as soon as they hit something, it breaks. It's not going to go very far.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
it's
I
so
left- I left
heavy.
that
You'll
up-
have
I
a
left that
3
up
to
to Doc.
5.
I
Yeah,
left
3
that
to
to
5
Doc.
minutes.
Doc said this is the best that he can put together. And this
Yeah,
is
he
what
knows
gonna
what he's
build,
doing.
So, yeah, so we'll see. What
I'm actually thinking of making that 7-inch that I'm getting. I think I kind of want to make it a long range quad, like a cinematic flyer. You
Yeah. So if you want the 7-inch frame, let's look at the type. The iFlight frames are really good.
I wish I knew what the frame name was.
iFlight frames are unbelievable. You can buy them already built. You can get the Nazul 7, but let's do the Titan XL 7. Let's do the XL 7 HD version. Okay, they didn't find the XL 7. Let's just. Oh, I misspelled Titan.
What that iFlight Nazgul Evoke is such a good looking drone, man.
Well, the prices on
Oh.
these frames are coming down, guys. They
Well,
used to
those
be
are really-
$70,
And
and
those
these
are
are
cheap.
and these are 6-inch, 6 millimeter arms.
Jeez.
Yeah, this thing's I just ran mine straight into a tree. It bounced off, and I kept flying.
Yeah,
It was just-
that's ridiculous. 6mm arms. You're not breaking that.
yeah.
And if you do, you must have hit something ridiculous.
And I think they don't show the 5-inch here, but I bet you Amazon shows it. Let me find Amazon.
Yeah, they might.
Huh?
7 inches are. I don't know, man. I got to get the 5-inch down first. Once I do, though, that's the plan. I wouldn't mind buying a bind and fly, but I kind of want to feel the being proud of myself for building one after I learn how to do it. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. See, those are good looking frames.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with all the TPU parts you need. But they also sell them in a 7-inch. I bet you we got to find it on iFlight. Yeah, you can buy it in a 7-inch too. But the beautiful thing about the Zing motors that their iFlight's putting out, dude, they're just so freaking good.
Good looking motors, too.
The DRL practice rig.
Yeah, I got the DRO racing racing simulator too, and I really like that also.
When we were talking about building the 5-inch to the 7-inch, like he was saying, I wanted something that was fast also. But he said, compared to the 5 and the 7, the difference is sometimes you can overmotor some of them, and the other ones you can undermotor them. So he wanted to balance it where the 7 had the power, so I would still have the same speed of the 5, but yet be able to control it better.
You can get a 10-incher, Robbie.
Oh boy,
You
that's
think
a big
you can
one.
handle it?
Nah,
Hey,
I'm gonna go
hey,
by
Matt.
what Doc says.
I'm good.
He knows more than anybody that I know that's in most of these.
No
channels,
10-inch for
so.
me.
Hey, Robbie, can you handle a 10-inch?
Nah, I don't know.
Probably not.
I'm glad we ain't monetized yet.
So just the frame is 276 grams,
Wow.
and it looked like they engineered it pretty well. They cut out as much carbon as they could. But again, you can check out that all the TPU parts are there. You can
Actually, I got a 72-inch now with my trees.
Good. Yeah, there you go. FPV,
If
that
we could-
sucker.
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So this is crazy. This is the XL10 V5, so it comes with all you need to do build a good drone, man. That's for sure. Nice and flat. Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah. This you could probably run like at 7,000 MHA.
Thanks for stopping by, Drone Seekers International.
Good night, guys. Good night, Marcus. Marcus went too.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So we're losing a lot of people. We're talking FPV, so let's get back on topic.
Well, there's only a couple that left. Everybody else. We have one in the chat that doesn't even like FPV, Mark Fisher, and he's still here. That's all that's good.
Hey, let's see if they even have any the Xeno Mini Pro on here. Nope. They just show the regular Hubsan Xeno and the Xeno 2 and then the Fimi 8 X8.
What's this, on Amazon?
Yeah. It hasn't hit Amazon yet,
Hmm.
but it will.
It will.
It will. How much is the Xeno Mini selling for now? Anybody know? Let's take a look.
I thought last I heard they jumped the price up a little bit, but I don't, you know what? I don't recall because I haven't looked at it in a while.
Sorry, Doc. This ain't happening in my lifetime, my friend.
Let's hit this one here. Yeah, so they're under $500 now. Looks like 483 is what I'm showing, and the Flymore combo is 640, and it comes with a rugged case and 3 batteries. The question is this: is it 128 or the 64? You have to choose.
Well, I'll tell you what. We got 10 minutes left before we're
Okay.
over here, or actually, yeah, just a little bit over. Let's talk about the rumors and the Mavic 3 and all that other information. And me and Al were talking early about this, and we see so many things out there. And of course, you know, the manufacturers throw stuff out there and get our hopes up that, you know, the product's going to be available in a month, and then it's longer and longer. So then we ignore them and we start looking at all the people doing these leaks and, you know, telling what's coming and everything else. Now, when the Mini SE came out, everybody said it was going to come out like on the 15th of the month, and they did announce on the 15th of the month that USA wasn't going to get it yet. But 3 weeks before, me and Al actually showed what the images looked like, the box and the drone, before anybody else did. But because our channel was new at the time, it's like we didn't have a lot of people seeing it. Everybody else was showing spec sheets that had drawings on it. And the way that we got this information is we do have some contact overseas, and I also have some family over there. They get the stuff usually about 3 weeks before we do. So talking about the Mavic 3, everybody is saying November 15th. So here's what I think.
I
If
got
we
the
don't hear
specs right
anything-
here.
Yeah, if we don't hear anything towards the end of November, we ain't gonna see it till January. Because what
Yeah.
I'm hearing from the people that have already put money forward to put it in the retail stores in Asia, they're telling me not until like the end of the year, first part of January is when it's going to be released. And they say we get it first. So how are these people in USA doing these leaks saying, oh, we're going to get it November 15th? So let's wait and see what happens on November 15th. And towards the end of November, if it isn't, maybe we have. Now, everybody has different people to get their information from, but I'm actually getting mine from retail
Yeah.
stores. And to keep in, you know, I was telling Al and Maddie today, look at the price of a Pro 2. You're still looking at about $1,500, and that's not with a smart controller. So everybody's saying, oh, it's going to come with a smart controller. There will be 3. There will be one that will be just the drone and the battery, the basics. There'll be a Flymore combo, and then there'll be another one which will have an option to get it with the smart controller. The
Yeah,
only thing
Robbie,
is,
share
yeah,
that screen. I'll follow you with
okay.
the specs as you're chatting.
So with that, here's another. This is another leak too, because I don't believe this stuff is real, because we've seen everything. You remember before last month they were showing this, and they had the props on the bottom, like the Skydio. So them props are on top now. So I just don't believe all this stuff yet. I gotta see facts.
So this is Drone DJ's site, guys, and he's putting all this together for us. And this is the information he's got from his source. So if you look at it here,
And who is this?
Drone DJ, he usually is very accurate with this information.
Okay,
Incredible
so
source.
did he send that to you for us, or is that just on his website?
No, he posted it. This is his vlog.
Oh, okay.
And-
So he
Yeah, he's
prepared for
posted
himself,
this
and we're
already,
just
so it's
looking at
been
it.
published, and you can see the version number up here at the
Yeah.
top. So it's a .07. So it looks like this is tweeted by Jasper Ellens.
Jasper
The-
Ellens is usually the one that does all of these leaks, and
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, most of the time he's right.
Yeah, and he's right. And so if you look at this sensor here, there's on the camera you have an A and B. And so what is that telling us? Well, we're probably going to be running an infrared camera, right? So that's really nice to see, because infrared is always good. We had a good guest last week about infrared, so that's good news for everybody. So nothing new at the bottom. It looks all the same, and the air intake's on the side, and the sensors up front, the motors, LEDs, prop, blah, blah, blah. So let's see. So we got to give everybody credit. This is, Drone DJ here. Just make sure, and it was tweeted by Jasper Ellens. It leaks, 27 leaks is what it's saying here. And so here's the capabilities according to the working temperatures, frequency, camera sensors, a half-inch CMOS, and it has a 4/3. And the wide angle camera is a 4/3. So what does that mean? Maybe two
Yeah,
cameras.
it's
right?
supposed to have what it is it's supposed to have a micro 4/3 camera on the bottom, and then a half-inch sensor wide angle
Up top.
lens on the top. Yep.
Yep, I saw that now. That makes sense. So the field of view in the cameras are going to be 84 degrees, equivalent to a 35 millimeter. Aperture is pretty freaking doggone good, man. Not as nice as what we saw on the Fimi Mini, but as we all know, the cameras and lenses from DJI are unrivaled, so it's going to be a better quality lens.
Look at the weight.
Class. Let's get to the shutter speed at 1/8000 is going to be the maximum. The ISO, oh wow, 12,800. Pretty freaking incredible.
Jeez.
Lithium ion batteries. Oh wow, they're
running
18650s,
18650s. That's interesting.
and they're only 7 volts. So that makes sense. It's more for the long
Yeah,
hump instead of the short burst.
that's where that 46-minute flight time comes into play.
Right, and
Yeah.
the sensors look like they're positioned a little better. They're not the same as the Air 2S sensors, where you have 2 on top nose, or the top of the nose, as you're standing on his nose, cruising real fast. So we are looking 12 minutes before we sign off. So we got good time. You see anything that jumps out at you here, guys?
Well, first of all, the 2 front sensors are now shot out at like a 45-degree angle. So their
but you
field
see
of view
there's
on
4
those
in the
sensors-
back, right there.
Yeah, the 2 on the back, on the top, actually
Yeah.
point up, but the 2
Let's
on the
go back.
come out 45 degrees to cover both the back and the sides.
What's the other thing that jumps out to me is the battery.
The battery is a
rear
slide-in.
ended loader. It's a
Yep.
rear loader,
Yep,
kind
just
of like
slide
the
in.
Mini 2.
Yeah.
It's strange. Oh no, it makes a total sense. You know why? 18650.
Yep.
So you slam them in like a magazine almost. Let's see, what else does he have? Nice. So we move into the smart controller. Now we're going to be running AccuSync 3 on the smart controller. So we're definitely going to get better penetration, because it's going to be able to switch between all the channels as quick as it can. And so what does that mean? That means the Mavic 3 is going to run 4 antennas also,
Yes.
like the Air 2S.
Yep.
So this thing is not going to have a blind spot.
No, I doubt it.
It won't have a blind spot, guys. So
I was told also that the processor has been upgraded exponentially on this new smart controller.
it has to be because the
Yeah.
other product's so dated.
Yep.
So yeah, and I'm sure the LCD response time's going to be, and the nits are going to be better, and blah blah blah. Does it give you the nits here?
1,000 nits, 5.5-inch screen.
There we are,
Yep.
1,000 nits, and the resolution is 1K. So, and it makes sense because you're going to be getting the resolution, the FPV resolution back from the bird, right?
Yep.
The VTX is going to send it back in 1K. So. Very nice. So let's look at the front again. I'm interested looking at the front. I don't see the top of the node because I don't think they're going to have those 4 sensors on top like we did with the Air 2S.
I actually have pictures of the drone itself.
Oh, cool.
Both the front, the back,
You want to
and
share it?
from the box.
Can
Yeah.
you get to
Yeah,
him?
yeah. If you don't mind, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, sure.
No, share. I'm going to go, Robbie. I'm going to stop
Yep.
sharing. So yeah, I mean, who else is on here? So about $800-900 for the SC and version 2. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, let me drop this down. Let me bring that down.
It looked
Sure.
like the
Doc Murdo,
weight.
can't wait to see it, Robbie. Yeah, me too, Robbie.
Looks like the weight's 920 grams.
There is the front of your Mavic 3.
Okay.
Yep, like I suspected those sensors are only in the front, not on top, like
Yep.
we see. And there's the camera. So we're talking about the wide-angle lens camera sits on top. That's
Yeah.
4/3.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, the 4/3 sensor on top, and then the smaller sensor on the bottom. Gotcha. And that would be your FPV flying camera. That makes sense.
Yeah, man.
Want to have as low latency as possible, and
Now there is another one. We will pop this one up. This is the back of it. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on one second. Can you see that?
no.
Nope, not yet. Hold on. Let me stop sharing real quick and pop it back up.
Okay.
I'm not good at this share screen stuff. I'm not used to it.
You're doing good.
Here is the back of it. You see they changed the color of the butt end of it.
And the ESCs are being cooled down right there.
Yep. Trying
So
to
you
drag it
see
over.
that
There
big
we
heat
go.
sink? See
Yeah,
that
buddy.
big heat sink? And it's also probably the video processor getting cooled down too.
Yep.
But they had to be. I wish we could see the back of it some more. And they hit it with the props and all that. The props look different too. They don't have the curl in the tip.
Yeah. There's one more shot here that I have of the box cover of the actual Mavic 3 box. Let me pull that up real quick. Where am I at here? What am I doing? Come on, baby. Get in it. There it is. There it is. This is a mean looking picture. Window. I love the look. I call it a little Inspire. It looks like an Inspire, doesn't it?
Look at the angle.
With the arm angle coming down like that. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? It looks like a shark. Crazy looking.
Yeah. So they definitely give it more of a bug-eyed look, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, those sensors have got to be pretty wide angled to pick up. If they're obstacle avoidance and they're tracking like they say it's going to be, those things have got to be quite a wide field of view, I would assume.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah. But yeah, and then like you said, the props aren't tipped out as much. They're big, but they don't have that much of a crazy pitch to them like our Air 2S does. Although you may not need it. Who knows? But
Ray Kelly
Yeah.
says it's going to be a grand slam for DJI when it's released. I agree with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
When it's
I think
released,
so.
They're gonna take
I
our
think
money
too.
again.
That's what they do.
And the Air 2S is gonna sit by the wayside.
Yeah, you know what? There's going to be a lot of them up for sale, I feel.
Yeah, so it might be time to sell it, you know.
Yeah. Like I said, in my situation, I'm going to give it a little time, get my 107 under my belt, get this drone venture I have going with a friend of mine, get some work in, and then I'll go from there on whether or not I'll end up purchasing it or not. What I
Yeah.
want to do is I want to let the Air 2S pay for the Mavic 3. That's what I want to do. So,
What, doing jobs or
Yeah.
what?
yeah, doing work, doing jobs. Get some work under my belt with the Air 2S, and then let the profits of the Air 2S work make me the money to buy that Mavic 3 outright.
Yeah.
Because spending that much money on a drone right now is just not feasible for me.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
So we're 6 minutes away. All right, let's talk about shameless promotion.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to promote my flying. Here we go.
Okay.
Share screen. All right, this is the Titan. No, this is the iFly Titan. Sharing, you'll have to accept the Titan. The iFly Titan XL5 HD. And watch it hit this tree and bounce right off there. This is crazy.
Doc, there's your new customer.
Is
That looks like the corner lot by Al's house.
It is.
it?
Is the racetrack.
Oh, nice. Got plenty of room.
I'm going to make a left turn here and go around some other trees and then come back and you'll see me hit straight onto this tree and bounce right off and continue to fly. Here it comes.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
It bounced right off the tree and kept on rocking, man.
The fact is, you kept it up in the air. That was the good part.
Yeah.
A lot of times people hit something like that and their first instinct is to either disarm or they just don't know what to do on the sticks because it starts to lose control.
Yeah, one of the hardest things is not to hit these doggies when they run out in front of you.
Yeah, that's tough.
But anyway, so this was a very conservative flight. I was just having a good time, flying slow, just making sure I wasn't going to hit the doggies. Yeah, it's really fun flight, easy to fly. And it's just amazing how fun this is. In 2 or 3 minutes, you're like,
That's pretty cool. It's so much fun.
yeah, there are.
It really is.
And there's the sun. And that's what you can do with your 5-inch. You can get away with a lot more than your 3-inch or 2.5 inches. And then you bounce up and go again. Watch. I didn't record it, but the next video would have been having a good time. So, FPV flying, guys. That's what
Dude,
I'm promoting.
It's such a blast. It really is.
It really is. So that's my spiel. Oh, and I'm doing a Xeno Mini Pro review. I did the unboxing last week. I'm 2 weeks behind on my scheduling, but it is what it is. You gotta have a life beside YouTube.
Sweet. Very nice, man.
All right, Robbie, you're up.
Well, I'm going to give it to Matty. Matty, what do you want to promote tonight, buddy?
There ain't much for me, man. I've been pretty slow when it comes to social media, YouTube. I don't have much going on right now. I have a lot coming. Trust me, when I get that 5-inch, oh, we're going to be posting videos.
Good.
I do little flights here and there. I mean, I fly daily. I have so much footage on SD cards, it's not even funny. I just never take them off. I never do. It's either I'm always caught up with the children or the wife or stuff around the house. Yeah, exactly. And I never get the chance to sit down and just kind of throw everything in, upload videos and stuff, which I need to start doing. I really do. I've got a bunch of, I've got great friends as subscribers, and I want to give them something to look forward to instead of just, oh, look, it's Matt. So that's my plan. I've got a lot coming up. A lot of it's going to be FPV, but I am going to add a lot of video from that Air 2S in those FPV videos.
Yeah, upload those videos. I've got his channel in the description, guys, right there on the bottom of the screen. So y'all, if you've not subscribed, which most of you have, subscribe and help him out.
Speaking of that, a friend of mine, Bree FPV, reached out and said, "Did you know that after 100 subscribers, you can have your own YouTube URL?" Yes. I did not know that.
Yep.
Am I the only one that didn't know that?
Make it drone, Matty's Drone World.
Yep, that's what I did. Unfortunately, Matty's Drone World wouldn't take, so I had to put the 22 on the end, which was weird because I've never seen.
Somebody else had it?
I don't know. When I look it up, nothing pops up. So I don't know.
Wow.
Weird.
Let's see here.
But yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, I got a bunch coming. You'll see. Until then, I just like hanging out with people. You guys are awesome.
Well, here we go on World Drone Community. For all of y'all that have not joined our Facebook group yet, please join it. And when you're putting these videos out, post these things. That's why we started this group. That's why we started the live stream and the other stuff that we're working on in the future here. So get those video posts. And tonight I'm going to actually, I'm going to give a little bit out to my channel here at Travel Tech 360. So I'm getting close to my 4,000 subscribers. I'm close. I'm very close. So if y'all have not subscribed yet, y'all have never heard me promote my channel here before, because I always want to try to make it about the guests. But I'm so close. I would like to reach that 4,000 goal. So if you have not joined, it's Travel Tech 360. It's right there. And join. And I've got 2 new videos coming up that I did here in Nashville. One of them is a hot rod car place that sells cars. It's been around here since I've been in junior high school. And they've got race cars for sale, muscle cars, you name it. And then also the same day I went out and did a video above a Jeep club. And there's just a bunch of Jeeps. They're airbrushed on the top of the roof, so as you fly over, you can see angels and different stuff. So I'm putting one video together for that. It's all about cars and 4x4s. And then, as I told Matty, I went up to the Amish country and did some video, and wow, they were amazed to come over and look at the phone. They're like, "Can I see what you're seeing?" And they don't like to be on film, and they're like, we don't want you to take any pictures of us, but you can fly all you want. Let's look. So I went up there and actually flew over all the farms and where they sell the food, and you see people coming in and out, people on buggies. So so my second video is going to be Amish country, and it's in Kentucky. So that'll be nice. So I'm going to be releasing those 2 videos. I'm going to release one at the end of this week and one next week. So y'all go and get me some views. And like I said, I would appreciate if you subscribe. And other than that, I
got one more thing that I want to throw out there real quick. Quick plug for Captain Ray Kelly and I, to remind everybody that we have our 2nd annual South Florida Drone Meetup next April 2nd, 2022 in Jensen Beach, Florida. For anybody that went to the first one, it was an absolute success. So I'm really hoping to see everybody at the second one.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, Matty, there's another one on November 6th.
Spin up, baby.
Okay, and tell everybody about that one so they'll know.
Ready, Set, Drone. Kelly Shores is having his fourth year, I believe it is having Spin Up in Austin, Texas on November 6th. We will all be there. I will be there. Robbie, you will be there.
Yes.
Most of the people in the chat will be there, pretty much. I just found out. Al, you're going to be there?
Driving down with Brad.
Yeah, I am actually traveling up with Uncle Bill Ronayne. We are driving up together. Yeah, it's 18 hours from here, but hey, we might hate each other by the end of the trip. But
yeah, it'll be about the same for us from Virginia. So
is it?
Yeah, we're going to just stop and see Johnny Drone Flyer.
Yeah, there you go.
On the way down, and then from there head on up.
Okay. Guys, I think this is going to be a pretty damn successful meetup. Everybody wants to get out. Last year it was virtual. This year, he's selling tickets out the butt.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, look,
I bought mine when they were really cheap. I think they were $79. I think it was.
Yeah, I got mine in the first. I was the last ticket of the first round.
Yeah,
I want to give a plug out to my buddy Chris QC guy. He's got an Evo live tonight at 8:30.
Oh, 8:30.
Yep,
Let's
8:30.
join it.
Yeah.
We'll
So
be there.
y'all, everybody go there and help support him. He's part of our community triangle group that we have from all over, and
Hell yeah.
he'll have a good show.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. All you guys are awesome. Can't wait to hear back from you. So drop comments below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, guys. It makes it bring you. You can hit the thumbs down too. It doesn't matter. Just interact.
Don't
Let
hit
us
the
know
thumbs
what's
down
going
or we'll
on.
delete you.
Either way, it helps the algorithm.
Hey, this is funny though, Matt. You noticed too. Every time Johnny and Ken have a show, there's one person that hits that down key. Remember, Matty?
Yep.
And we have the same thing. So what we figured out is we've been looking and seeing who's that chat when they see that one. And me and Matty been putting it together for a while. We almost have it figured out. Stay tuned.
There's a couple of names in mind.
I know.
All right. Don't forget to subscribe also, guys. That
Yeah.
helps it. We're at 224 subscribers.
Absolutely.
Let's get it over 300. Come on, guys. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks
Okay.
thanks everybody.
We're out of here. See ya.
Peace, guys.